What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most underrated MCU movies, Iron Man 3. Now, some people say this is MCU's original Christmas movie. I'm one of those people. I completely agree. In nearly every outdoor scene there's snow, and it takes place entirely during the winter. There's even a Christmas Story reference where Tony and War Machine are having dinner, and this kid that looks exactly like Ralphie comes up to them, asks for an autograph.
I loved you in A Christmas Story, by the way.
And that's what Tony says to him, and I thought it was pretty funny. Film buff and internet gangster Shafrla says the best Iron Man movie, you just hate fun. I agree. Gangster and all-around gangster Jackson, aka me, says, "Dads leave, no need to be a pussy about it." One of the best quotes to ever come out of a movie in the history of movies ever.
The diner, and Dad went to 7-Eleven to get scratchers. I guess he won because that was 6 years ago.
Which happens, Dads leave, no need to be a pussy about it. Here's what I need.
Jarvis wears a dunce hat, which I find pretty funny because in the first two movies he's kind of a dunce. So, onto the plot. Iron Man's house gets attacked by the terrorist group, the main antagonist of this movie. Pepper gets put into an Iron Man suit, which shows how it could be universal. But mainly this movie has like nothing to do with Iron Man. As far as Iron Man goes, we really only see that in the last like hour of the movie. All the other scenes is Tony Stark, right? Like it's a Tony Stark movie. This is not an Iron Man movie. Don't get me wrong, that is not a bad thing at all. Tony Stark needs this character development in order for us to like him more as a character. Like, this movie is great because it is not the typical superhero movie. This is like an in-depth character study. One thing I love about this movie in particular is like all the citizens, all the civilians, they like know Tony Stark. He's a celebrity. So like occasionally he'll run into someone who's like, "Hey Tony, like how could I help you?" Like the guy in the van who has a tattoo on his arm, which I just found funny because I just imagine like Donald Trump or like Elon Musk. If they ever need help, like people are gonna know who they are.
You walked right into this one. I've dated hotter chicks than you.
I thought a good show of Tony's ingenuity was the monkeys in a barrel scene, where a lot of people are falling out of an airplane and he has one suit, so he makes everyone link arms. One thing I really like is a Pulp Fiction reference when War Machine and Tony Stark are interrogating the fake Mandarin, and he gets all antsy, and because he has a British accent, War Machine and Tony Stark call him Ringo.
And we don't have any transport.
Hey, Ringo, didn't you say something about a lovely speedboat?
But I'm trying, Ringo. I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd.
One of the things I love about this movie is Tony Stark has no idea how to handle a gun at all. Like, oh my gosh, it is so cringe to watch him like moving through this building with the gun pointed at the floor, and then he like comes around the corner, gun's not raised, like he's exposing his body first. I just think it's so funny because he's so used to running around blasting people. He has no idea how to use a gun. Now, one thing I'm a giant sucker for is a good department store scene. My gosh, I love a good department store scene. I love when the character, goes to a store, just picks up a bunch of random shit, and concocts this brilliant, great, masterful plan using all these weird knickknacks and pieces that they find in the store. Man, that shit is great to me. I don't know about you guys, but like it genuinely fooled me when Tony Stark is still on the boat after getting slammed by a semi-truck. I genuinely thought he died for a second, especially when I was a kid. Like, I genuinely thought Tony Stark just got completely decapitated.
Go us. All right, Jarvis, but it's only half done. That came out of nowhere. Wow.
Give me some good news, man.
I think they all made it.
Thank God.
I love the Harley and Tony plotline. I think it's great. It shows, like, from what I said earlier about how in this movie it's not Iron Man, it's Tony Stark the whole time. We get to see a lot of, like, character issues and flaws from maybe Tony Stark's childhood.
You need me. We're connected.
Can you feel that? We're done here. Move out of the way, I'm gonna run you over. Bye, kid.
So now you're just gonna leave me here, like my dad?
Yeah.
I'm cold.
I can tell. You know how I can tell? Because we're connected.
Also, a really young Jenna Ortega's in this. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.